What's up, gamers? This is Nintendo Gamer Gal here with another discussions video. We have two of our favorite people here. We got Marz and Mandy. They're gonna introduce themselves and introduce their channels. I guess ladies first.
Hi, my name is Mandy. I'm from Mandyleeplays. I do Nintendo content and I love video games, so subscribe.
Yeah. Links will be in the description below for Mandy. Go ahead, Marz.
Yeah, Marz here, LazzyJames. Gamer will have me right in the description. Y'all should know me by now, but sub as well.
At this point, he's my co-host. Let's get on topic. So the topic is digital versus physical games. Obviously, everybody knows me from my channel. I'm a physical collector. I don't actually know, Mandy, how split are you? I know Marz you're kind of split too, right? A little bit, not as bad.
I'm a physical collector. I always try to get it physically because I like to have my games in like cases and own it. So yeah, I only have digital games for games that are only digital. So I'm just physical, really.
Okay. And Marz, you were saying?
I'm physical. I think like y'all, but there's maybe like 80% like y'all. Then there's a 20% side where like I don't mind digital or like I'll get it digitally. It's not a major deal to me.
I mean, some games are like better digitally. Like I bought the Clubhouse games physical, and that would be a game that you would get digitally because it's just a hassle to play a mini game and then leave. So some games are more convenient digitally. Like I have Animal Crossing digitally and physically. And I love it digitally because I could just pop it up. I don't have to like switch things because I open my island like on daily. So that'll be annoying. I mean, a little lazy on my part, but popping in and out games is just annoying.
See now me, like the only reason I don't even like digital. Mainly, it might be because of one, I like to own it, but then I like to sell my games. If I don't like them, I like to sell them back, and you can't do that digitally. But, so that's like the major thing with me. But I got 9-inch parchments digital like a couple days ago, and I like it digitally. Like I can just because I like to have my Splatoon in my junk, and then I can just slide right over, like have Mandy like be kind of lazy, and just slide right over and have my like 9-inch parchments right there. No big deal. It's in the system. No sweat. Like sometimes I don't have my game case. Or I'll misplace it for a little, not too long, just a little bit, and I have to go hunting down my game case. But 9-inch parchments is there, so I can see why people get digital. I dig it.
Yeah, and another thing is like with the Switch being portable, you don't want to carry a bunch of your games. What I usually do is carry just like a few, the one in the Switch and like a spare. That's it. I never carry all my games outside my house. Because that just would be horrible.
Yes, yeah, I take all my games.
I was just about to say we had this conversation.
I take them all. So, yeah, I take. But if it'd be less of a deal if it was digitally compared to physically. But I take them all. So I mean, there's that. But it would be better. But there's something about touching my games and having them and.
I don't know. And then there's the other thing I wanted to hit on. It was like how Capcom is releasing their games. You know how like now 80% of their sales are digital versus physical, and now they want to shift completely over to digital, where they're forcing people's hand by like having one game on the cart and the other one digital. That crowd pisses me off. What are you guys' stances on stuff like that? Like I'm sitting here right now with a new copy next to me that says one in the box and the other one is a digital download. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I could sense like companies trying to shift to digital. They give more incentives. Like I know in PlayStation they give you free backgrounds for your PlayStation and stuff, or they give you free like a skin or something. So it's cheaper if it's digital, honestly, but we don't see it as cheaper because it's still the same price as a physical game. So it feels weird. Now, the whole thing with the game and the case that you have to download, I don't really mind that because I like to collect for aesthetic reasons too. But it could eat up a lot of your memory for your Switch, and when it shouldn't. Just put it in the card. And it's like, why are we doing that Switch tax when there's no Switch cartridge?
Exactly. What about you, Marz?
I mean, I don't know if I take too much issue with it because, like, that's how the Bayonetta came out, right? Like one of them was physical. I can't remember which one. Then the other one was digital.
One
And,
was physical.
So yeah, so one was physical, then two was physical. Kind of how you got right there. It don't bother me too much. I mean, now if it was all digital, I probably just wouldn't even bought it. But at least
All
half
digital
of
and the physical thing.
Yeah.
Which they do.
They
Yeah,
have been doing it. They have.
GameStop, I know they do it.
Like do kind of cutesy stuff inside the game, like a manual or a little booklet or something. I love those. Like that adds charm to a game, especially when you're a physical collector, because once you open a case, it's like nothing.
Yeah, a white box inside, nothing else but the game.
A little game right there. Oh my goodness. The box art is cute, but put something there.
With what you said about Bayonetta, you know, in Japan they release both copies physically, right?
Yeah.
See that
Yeah,
I don't like that they do that
Japanese-
crap.
I think Japanese like gamers like physical more, but that just I don't know.
No, they.
I mean,
do.
I like physical, but I could see why companies would want to shift because it is cheaper for them, not for us. Still $60 across the board. Sometimes a physical copy of a game is cheaper than the digital, especially on a sale. You get it used, and they don't like that.
Yeah, they don't like it. But what I was gonna say too is like, what surprises me, I think, is there are a lot of people. Well, not a lot, but there's a lot more people than what I thought that like digital games. I thought people would be more like resistant to it, but like people like they don't mind it. Like I was like, I mind it up until a point, which is. I guess I should get to is like the price point. Like if a digital game is gonna be $10-15, fine, I'll pay it. I don't want to pay $60 for both of them. Like if a physical and a digital, they're both 60, then of course I want to try to get the physical. But now, like that one game you was telling me about, Gamer. Yeah, Cat Quest. Now that digitally, that's like what, $2.99 or $1.99?
It was $2.60.
It was $2.60 like digitally. I'm gonna get it digitally. I'm not gonna get it physically.
Yeah, like
it's
stuff like that.
It's $15. Heck no, I'm not getting it physically at all. I'm getting it digitally.
But
I
you
mean,
can't sell that.
I don't need to sell it though. $15.
Yeah, some things is just like no, like I have Hollow Knight. It's not a physical one. It came with the plushie, and then the code was inside. So I kind of got like a physical thing and the game. I mean, it was a little bit more than the eShop one, but it had a plushie, so.
Yeah.
See, well, so
That's why, like,
that same game, for example, I have the collector's edition of Hollow Knight that came with a bunch of crap inside.
Yeah.
How much you paid for that?
I think 20 or something, or
Okay.
around there.
That ain't bad. So 20. And then how much was yours, Gamer?
Mine was like $50, but it came with.
See, I'm getting it digitally. That to me is it's the price. Like from that angle, that's why I say like I'll mess with digital. Because if the price points are right, like if the future gonna be digital, right? It's up to us to make sure these companies don't keep getting us for $60 to $120 digitally. It's fine physically, fine, whatever. But digitally, if it's cheaper and there's nothing you have to press up, and because you're probably getting rid of all this overhead that you used to even produce the hard copy, so it should be like almost a good fair price for it digitally, and then fine, I'll do it, whatever. If I'm paying $20 for a AAA game,
and no Twitch tax.
I know I ain't gonna pay no $20 for a AAA game.
What are you
And
I'm
talking
just saying if it's that, I don't know if I would be upset at that.
Yeah, the most upsetting part is the fact that you have to pay like equally the amount. I know a lot of people say digitally is more convenient, you know, kind of it's easier not to like lose games or stuff, especially if you got kids or something like that. But they're still $60 each, and I'm just like, what the heck?
Yeah,
if
yeah,
anything, at least physically, you got a box art to put on your shelf. But
The now all right, Gamer. All right, so you like Splatoon, right? a pretty good game you like. Probably one of your favorite games.
It's my
Correct me if
favorite
I'm wrong. All right, let's just say it was $60 when it came out. Now, let's just say on that same day, you had two choices: to buy it for the 60 or buy it for the 20, brand new digitally. Well, which one would you buy? Would you go ahead and pay that 60 for the physical, or you wouldn't even bother? See me, I would be up against the gate. I don't know. I mean, I rock with physical, but man,
I would have
$20.
still. I've done it. The thing is, I've done it. This is how I know I will do it. There was look, Cat Quest. Let's go back to Cat Quest. Cat Quest.
Yeah.
I bought it. I already pre-ordered it. I have to just go pick it up at Best Buy because even though the sale was for $10 for the physical, and I already own Cat Quest 1, I went and bought it for $30 for both copies. So I know I will do it because I want my games physically. That's why I don't like all this DLC crap. I want the game complete in the box when I buy it. I wouldn't mind if they did, if they came out, what with the the way the indie companies are doing it, where they're coming out with the digital first, and if it's popular enough, they'll release a physical through limited run or through super rare games, whatever it is. But the whole game is complete when you buy it. Like when I bought Celeste, all the DLC was in that game when I bought it. So now I don't have to worry about downloading. I don't have to worry about backup, nothing. The game is complete when I buy it. That I wouldn't mind, but they're not doing that when they release it.
It's not as physical or digital. Now it's physical with a code, but it comes with something extra. So it might not be a physical game, but they give you something physical for that stuff, like the Hollow Knight plushie. And for digital, I'm not gonna lie, some of their incentives are enticing.
Yeah, I agree.
Being able to play a game at midnight instead of waiting, going to Best Buy in your pajamas and say so sometimes they do entice you. They give you free skins, stuff, whatever the game is, and you're like, because they want you to buy from their shop.
Yeah.
Not Walmart, Target, whatever.
I agree. So the three enticing things for me, so how Mandy just said, just play it right then and there. Because sometimes, and even when you go to Best Buy at 10 o'clock or something, there may be an issue, and then come back at 2. It's just something. There may be something, because that happened to me before. Like they didn't have it ready or it's something.
Especially
so you're gonna get it at midnight. The price point is enticing when they do the price points right. And then, what was the third point I was going to bring up? So remember, Cadence of Hyrule, and I don't know how you would do, Mandy, but so Cadence of Hyrule came out. Like Gamer says, she knows they're going to come out physically later on, but me, I want to play it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get it digitally. I don't want to wait a year for it to release, but
that's
physically to play it, I'm getting it right then and there. And that's how they can get people. I'm like, oh yeah, we'll release it physically a year later. But you can get it digitally right now.
Is good in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
Because if you just wait a couple of months, the thing you want will probably be discounted, and you paid $60 for nothing.
On top of that,
I would wait. I always wait though. So look, I'm still waiting. I
can't wait a whole year to play Cadence of Hyrule.
I could wait. I mean, I have so many other games I can wait, and it's not. My thing is, it's always gonna be there on the eShop digitally. If I wait, right, even if it doesn't come out, look what happened with 9 Parchments. I waited a long time before buying 9 Parchments to play with you. I waited for 9 Parchments, and then it came out in 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
It came out a brick ago.
Yeah. So it came out in 2017, and I was like, all right, it's not coming physical. I waited, but right, I say that about 9 Parchments. I did that same thing with SteamWorld Dig. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting here that I just picked up my order of SteamWorld Dig physical, and I rebought it. I had it digital. I have it digitally in my system, but I rebought it because I wanted a physical. And for me, that's what I end up doing. That's why I don't like digital, because I end up on the ones that I've caved on, they come out. That pisses me off because I'm still gonna buy the physical. Unlike other people that won't buy the physical once they have the digital, I'm always gonna buy the physical of the game I want.
So indie games are kind of different for me. I usually buy them digital because they don't really have a physical, they might or whatever. And most of my physical collections are not indies. They're just the games I wanted.
Yeah.
But I barely play indies though.
If a game is $19.99 or under, that's when I'll start thinking digitally one. So But now $60 on wanting a physical game just because I know like its current value, future value, things like that. You know,
Oh, that's
especially
true.
like some of these physical games can really go up if you hold on to them. Like, or if you're the only one that really purchased them.
So there's value in physical copies, especially as time goes on and everything goes digital. People will be like, I want that nostalgia in my hand, and you're like, oh, I got a physical copy, haha.
See, I think that would be an incentive for some people. Like, for me, like the games, especially like the games that I bought digitally that now I own physically, I can't get rid of them. I wish I could just be able to like, okay, here, you're in my family plan. I can give you my game. It's no longer in my Switch, or I can share my game with you indefinitely. But that's my hold up with digital. Like, I feel like you don't really ever own your games. It's locked behind whatever you bought it in, or whatever company is whatever company is holding it hostage. And if the company decides that, oh, there's something wrong with that game, I think I even heard, now I'm not sure, this could just be me going off and not hearing the right information. I heard that they erased somebody's digital games that they purchased and refunded them the money because they weren't supposed to release a game that came out and the person already had it, and then they refunded them the money. Huh?
Yeah,
You
I can see
gotta
that
be
happening.
careful with that.
Yeah, that like if you had it physically, not a problem. They can't come in your house and take that back.
Yeah, they can't pull up about it.
And another thing is, they don't like when people give away games because that's like a potential sale. Whereas digital, you can't really give away nothing. You just gotta stare at that game that you hate all the time, just right there. I mean, you could like archive it, but
See, that family plan idea
here,
would be
let
a
me
good
put it on the
idea.
library for kids. Let me give it to somebody who wants it more. Can't really do that digitally, so I guess that's why companies kind of like it.
I mean, I understand the company's perspective on it, but it's not very consumer friendly. And I feel like I can share. Why can't I? If I can share a physical game, why can't I share my digital game? Like that for me pisses me off so much about it. That's why I won't go digital. Like I feel like when the new generation of digital comes out, I'm gonna be a retro gamer at that point because I won't go because I want to own my games. I want to say, look, this is the physical game I have in my hand. It's mine. I can share it with whoever has the old system. But
I mean, there are consoles like the Xbox or PlayStation that lets you kind of have a hub, and then you could add users like your family or something, and then they could go into it. The Switch, I don't even think it's gonna do that anytime soon. But it kind of, you could kind of play the games that other person bought. I know that because I did that with my Xbox. I never paid for any of my games on Xbox, no Game Pass, nothing, because I was using my cousin's Xbox thingy, and he let me use it, and he would buy games, and I would just have them, and I'm like, yay. So there is stuff like that, but there's a limit. Obviously, you can only have 2, and PlayStation is more, you could like have 2 also. So, but as for the Switch, you're like down on your luck. You can't even have another Animal Crossing island.
Yeah.
oh man, let's not even get into.
See, they gotta make it consumer friendly. How you're saying, like that family plan thing would be a good idea. Like if you can, you can have 7 people on a family plan or something like that.
8. You can have up to 8
you
people.
got 8 people with and then let's say you got 8 people on that one family plan, right? Whatever games are bought are in a pool, and anybody can have at it. And then if Nintendo will just be like, well, only one person can play at a time, fine. But unless it's a multiplayer game, then like for however many people that is multiplayer, so if it's four people, 4-person multiplayer, 4 people can play it at that one time, not 5, right? So, I think if it's gonna go digitally, it needs to be more consumer friendly. But I ain't gonna lie, even like just after buying 9 in parchments, I can see something that it grows on me, like. It can grow on me. I can see it because it's just something I don't think about after the fact. Like I'll think about it during the initial purchase, but like ever since we've been playing it, I just haven't even thought about it. It's like, oh, 9 in parchment, boom, 9 in parchment, boom, load it up, boom. I'm not thinking about it digitally or physically. I'm just that's like a little secret. That's how they got me. They suckering me in.
Said I always try for physical, but when I can't or don't know if they're coming out with the physical, I always go digital. It's fine.
So gamer, let me ask you this: you like Zelda, right?
Yes.
You meaning to tell me a great game, right? Do you think it was Game of the Year for 2017?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, so you meaning to tell me you wouldn't buy that game if it was only digital?
No,
You would not buy it.
I wouldn't. I'm a Zelda diehard. Get out! No,
I would have to buy it.
I got
See,
the collector's
if they would
edition.
sucker me in, I would fall for it.
I wanted the one with the Sheikah, the CD.
Oh, yeah.
I only wanted the CD and the little case. That's all I
I
wanted.
have the CD, and
Oh.
that's the one I got. And Fire
I'm so
Emblem.
sad.
Most things don't have CD players anymore. My car has no CD port, but I like the CD. So CDs are more like vinyls. They're more for show than anything.
I don't know. I bought a little CD jack for my computer. I download those into MP3 files, and now I have them. I mean, I only use them once, obviously, because once I make an MP3 file. But like even then, look, if my computer erases, which it has, this is my third computer because I keep jacking up my computers. If my computer goes down, I have the CD. Put it in another computer with my little port, and boom. That's the same. I feel like there's the same thing you can be said about digital versus physical games.
I want to say something about CDs and music. I like physical stuff, right? I do not like physical music. Just does not make sense to me. I like it to have on my phone and to shuffle. Imagine having to put a CD and not shuffle the music. You would have to burn a mixtape or something and then take it out, put it there. It's like, oh my god. So I'm glad they made the move for that.
Yeah.
That is a godsend, especially on your phone, put in your pocket.
So they made it consumer friendly, though. You know what I'm saying? It's good for that's what they're gonna have to do. If they do this with the gaming, I feel bad for you, gamer. We still gonna play our games, but
And it's easier for
they gotta make it in a friendly way. They gotta do it from all angles. Most importantly, to me, the price point. I just can't, like, especially now in this day and age, when you get a game, especially like a single player game. You know you spending $120 because you're paying $60 to $65 plus tax with the game. Then you know it's gonna have about another $60 worth of DLC. So they getting you. So bring the price down if you're gonna go digital. Now I will say this: it probably won't ever just be all digital because even now, like you got all your streaming, like with the movies, but you could still buy a Blu-ray if you want to buy one. Maybe it'll be like that. It just. You know, you need to. Oh, hold on. You got something for me?
Yes, I got something ahead. So, okay, right there with the Blu-rays and the DVDs, they made that super consumer friendly. Look at what they did with the Blu-rays. They put it so that you buy the Blu-ray. There's a digital code in that box most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time.
Do that.
And then you can download that onto a streaming software. So you have what I wanted Nintendo to do, to be honest, was like, okay, if you want us to to get people to go more digital, right? And to be, I feel like to be more consumer friendly, put the digital code in the cart, right? Obviously, with that, maybe you would have to check in once a month that you still own the game that's digital and physical, that you still own the physical, fine. But like, then you could still have the game digitally, right? You get the consumers used to having the game digitally and being happy that it's on their Switch and they can play it whenever they want. And then you still have a physical copy. I think if Nintendo or most companies did like that, I'd probably move into the digital realm faster because that's how I moved more digital with my movies because I have them. I have the code. When I want to see them on a streaming service, if my streaming service is down, my internet's down, I can pop the CD right in, the DVD right in, and I can watch the movie. If they did something like that, I would probably go more. I could probably do the digital, but they're not gonna. Is the problem?
Gamers is like more like stand. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like your stance is more like on principles of like staying physically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mine is more aesthetic.
The principle of it, like you can't take my game from me.
Exactly.
Like I have all my things displayed. I even have a shelf, so in the middle for just Zelda stuff. Like I like to put them into like things to decorate my room.
I don't need the boxes to display them. I don't need the boxes to display them.
You don't need the boxes to get your point across. You know,
that's true.
Physically, you can play it when you want, right? Which is a strong point for you, right? If, like he said, if the servers ever go down, you can still play it. You'll have it to the ends of time, and you don't need a box to do all that.
No.
So I mean that gets your point where I feel like, and then Mandy, correct me if I'm wrong as well. Like you're on the physical tip, but you come like you want to display it. You know, it's nice to look at the aesthetic. Yeah.
Right. Like I love steelbooks and box arts. That's part of the reason why I go physically. It's kind of the majority of why I go physically, because I just love the physical part.
All right, so my opinion's obviously still physical, and that's where I'm sticking, not digital, because everything that comes out digitally end up getting it physically. Marz, your final thoughts on physical versus digital?
80% physical, 20% digital, but I can see myself even going 70-30. So it can grow on me. So that it can change with me. But right now, I want physical if possible.
And now Mandy.
For me, it's majority physical, aesthetic physical. I would buy digitally only if that's the only option, or the game is just like it's just meant to be played digitally. So yeah, I guess it's like an 80-20.
I'm like 1% digital, 99% physical, 1%
No, you're not
digital.
even 1%. You're 0.0000.
All right, guys. So thanks for watching. Happy gaming. We're gonna let everybody say their goodbyes. All right.
All right, Marz, LazzyJames. See you later.
So you guys can find me on my YouTube channel, Mandyleeplays. I do Nintendo content, and I stream, and I do videos. So.
All right. With that, happy gaming, guys. Bye.
Bye. Happy gaming.